Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Super Conqueror. It's a tier 10 British heavy tank. It's located on the north spawn of Erlenberg and it's under the command of Jamie2006. And he sent us in a couple of replays we might be interested in. Okay, Conqueror tank. This version of the Conqueror tank never existed. There was a Conqueror tank. That existed. But yes, this is a fake tank made by Wargaming with spaced armour around the turret. Ooh. Bit of remedial driving needed. 2 marks of excellence, and he's got a 120mm main gun capable of doing 400 output, penetrating 259mm with standard ammo, but he's loaded up with premium in this one, and they've got 326mm of pen. 40 rounds ammo capacity. Okay, let's see how he gets on. Well, enemy tank has been spotted, 277. Oh dear, he's taken a hit, and it's an average roll. There's an enemy across the river as well. And took a round inside, getting across the gap, but he needs to get across the gap. Ow! Now turning around on the 277, took a round in the tracks, so that's to be expected considering he did a very dangerous thing. And he's pumping rounds back into the 277 in return. Now, luckily there's no enemy behind him at the moment, but that's about to be rectified because there's an E100 crossing the river, or at least it appears to be. Oh, look at that, he's gone into a corner there. I think he's trying to protect himself. I am concerned about that E100 potentially crossing the river. He looks to be sort of half in, half out, but he's actually on the other side. Okay, what have we got? T10. First target. Oh! Now he actually aimed directly for the pike nose, and unfortunately it went straight off, but that one went straight through. Now this is the L1A1 120mm gun. A gun that's been much copied since. Go for it again. Yep, easily punching through the armour on that T10. But unfortunately, the T10 got a shot back at us. And now he's out the game. Okay, we can see the E100. He's over the other side of the river. Oh, that's a badger. Yes. Whenever I see a badger, I think of mushrooms and snakes. Can't think why. No, it's the song. It's the song. Okay. Well, ow. Somebody else hit us. That's a camp panzer. Now, oh, we can definitely do that one. The M6Y was a little careless there. And he's still having a look at us. Ow. And he got that one into us. Went for the bone dome at the back of the vehicle. We're doing the same to him. He's being very clever to move about a lot to avoid being hit. I should mention the Object 277 who was across the river, or across the way, has now been wiped out, so we don't have to worry about him anymore. We still have to worry about, oh yes, thank you very much, we'll have the engine bay. Low roll, 398. You can see where that round from the M6Y went in, right on the cupola, which is a weak spot, I'm afraid. And he's pushing forward because there's a camp panzer up there, and he takes a round into him. Gets another low roll, just 1 hit point down on average, and does it again. But this time round he tracked him. And it looks like he got a fire. The fire didn't actually go to him, it went to the Skoda T50, who set him alight, but he tracked him in the first place. Okay, now can you get shots on that? There's the M6Y again. He's very aware of the danger he's in, that M6Y. But we're going to cross the river and start harassing him close range. One into the body. Now he tried to track us whilst we were still in the water. But we're going to get round him, I think. Or are we? No, we've decided not to. A bit too dangerous. So we're going to come in and use our gun depression on him. And he pumps one into us. He gets a low roll. There's an E100 round there as well. No, went to the wrong spot. He actually tried to go the upper plate. And in fact, we've just got smacked by an AP round from that E100. But the M6Y took another round, so at least there's some compensation. Go for the lower plate. Yes, that worked. And he's now got potentially a high caliber. And he's offering us a side. And we'll take that because that tracks him in place. And now he can't pull back and we can beat his reload. And there's another one. Take that. And he's out the game. And he's now blocked the way for the M6Y because he can't get around that corner. The E100 is just too big. Okay, now be careful because this guy could still get a shot in us. Ricochets off the top of his cupola. He gets a free shot in us, but we'll get the reload in and he's out the game. Okay, so most of the tanks in town have been wiped out. There's an E100. EBR 100, EBR 90 rather, behind us, way back near the enemy cap area. Difficulty pushing this wreck out the way. Here comes the Badger, and it only takes one round to go through his track, and he's out the game. Yes, we're going to have to go this way round because it's just too blocked. I think if we go round here, yep, and then we've got an easy exit. Straight to the cap. There's only 5 enemies left. The Striv 103B is the next target, I think. There he is. Can't get a shot on us at the moment. Is he going to come up behind him? Well, there's an M454 only a short distance away. And I think he's our next target. Hello. Lower plate takes a shot. Gets a high roll 460. We're down to a one shot though. Pumps one in, gets another pin, high roll 403. Can get around from there, but unfortunately the guy pulls his rear back in. That would have been a kill shot, but he can get it this time if he can get the shot on target. Not yet. And in fact, he's well aware that we have got a shot on him, I think. So we need to be careful. Okay, the Striv is aiming at somebody else at the moment, but we can get an angle, I think. Here we go. Oh, he's gone! Great, that pushes us through. And now we can go after the Striv with the M6Y. He's looking at us, but he doesn't shoot. And the M6Y is going to drill him in the rear if he doesn't do anything. That's one. There's the M6Y. Kills him. And that's it. The game's over. They survived. Here's the end of the first battle, and that was an ace tanker game for Jamie2006 in the Super Conqueror. It's not his first one. He's had ace tankers in this vehicle before. He's also got a fire for effect for doing more damage and hit points to his own vehicle, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one, he managed to get 11. A hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from at least 4 different enemy vehicles, as well as a Spartan for taking a ricochet or non-penetrating shot when he had less than 10% left, and high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and finally he got a Steel Wolf for blocking the most damage in that game, and his win rate was 11,776, super unicum, and a lot more. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he definitely got the highest damage in the game, 8,187 hit points. The nearest to him was the Object 277 on his own team with 3,302, but he didn't survive the battle. And the Charfu 204 managed 3,287. When it came to kills, he was actually in joint second place because the Skoda managed 4 kills out of that game. He managed to get 3 kills along with the FV215B183, the Death Star. And in third place, we got the M6Y on his team, who also managed to get a Spartan, and he got 2 kills. And when it came to base XP, yes, Jamie got that easily because, of course, his massive damage score. 1,508 went to Jamie, 953 went to the Skoda T50, and 947 went to the Object 277. he fired 28 rounds, 26 direct hits on the enemy, 21 penetrations. He was unlucky not to get some pens. Admittedly, he hit the pike nose on that T10, and also a case he did aim for the upper plate of the E100 when he knows that he should have gone for the lower plate. But I suppose at the time he thought, well, I'll just take a chance that it might go through. One splash as well, 8,187 hit points, all of it done at close range, 12 hits received from the enemy, 6 penetrated, 6 non-penetrations, and 2,220 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 3 enemy vehicles spotted, 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, and 1,501 hit points of damage assistance. He earned 44,265 credits profit from that game. He got 7 bonds because it was a tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks in it. And he also took away 3,393 experience points altogether. It was pretty good. Towards the end of the game, I thought that there was a chance that he might get wiped out by the STRIB-103B or by that M454. And they were both trying to get a shot at him, but they couldn't. And in the end, actually, trying to get a shot at him actually was their undoing, because what they didn't notice was that M6Y coming up behind them to put rounds into their rear. But unfortunately, they sort of like lost Jamie the opportunity to get the shots in himself. But he was actually instrumental in letting that M6Y win the game for the team. And of course, he did get one shot into the STRIB-103B, which of course distracted him just at the moment when the game was about to end. I hope you enjoyed that one, because we've got another one. Yes, Jamie sent us in a second replay, and this was a game that he played recently in the KV-2. This game is on the Outpost map, and he's in platoon with Dave333, and he's in a KV-2R. A bit of derping fun. As you know, we regard the KV-2 as kind of horizontal arty, because basically it is an M10 howitzer that's actually been mounted in a turret, which is rather large, and was actually a stopgap that the Soviets came up with to try and destroy the bunkers on the Mannerheim line. It's basically a KV-1 hull, but with an extended turret on top. And it's slower than the standard KV-1 because that turret and that howitzer are very, very heavy indeed. Vehicle actually shows out or comes out at 60 tons in weight. Now the standard alpha for this tank actually depends on which ammunition you're using. And in this one they are using the premium armor piercing. Now that's not the normal ammo for a KV-2. Most people use HE Derp, but the fact is, in Wargaming have completely nerfed the KV-2, and oh look, that first shot, Dave333 has wiped out a VK3001H. That's a 30-ton tank from Henschel. Oh, enemy Arty. Ouch, that hit Dave. Not happy, but we're carrying on. Yes, it does depend on which actual ammunition you're using. He's got 700 alpha for the premium armor piercing with 136mm of pen, and with the ordinary HE, he got 900. Look at the damage he did there, 715 hit points, and oh, Dave was supposed to finish him off with that shot, and it didn't happen. But there is a rather extended reload time as well. It's 18.71 seconds for Jamie, and the enemy's pulling back. Standard reload is 23.01 seconds, so at least he's knocked 5 seconds off the reload. Okay, are they round the corner? Notice how slowly he came round the corner to ensure that he didn't upset the aim at all. It's almost fully dialed in on the corner already anyway. And there's the enemy. Okay, you can probably hit the cupola from here. And Dave's just hit him. Just took a chunk out of him. And he didn't like that, but we've got somebody above us actually. It's a Churchill 1. And if he's not careful, he's going to get a round into him instead. Yes, he does. And it's 678 hit points from that pin. And we pull back to reload. So it's derp fantastic at the moment, but it's not HE derp, it's armor piercing derp instead. And all KV-1SA. Nope, didn't get that one. Shell looks like it went right over the top of him. Dave pops out and finishes him off. So that's another one to Dave. So 2 kills to him. Churchill's next, I think, unless we go for... Yes! Took out the Panzer IV Aslains H, 180 hit points. And Dave's now coming around. No, he doesn't need to go after the Churchill one. Already been taken out by the Cavalier. So we seem to be doing rather well on this side of the battlefield at the moment. But there's the Arty. Now the enemy Arty in this game is a Gorilla and an AMX-13 S3AL. But I think they want this T150 now. Now they can only hit the tracks at this point. Not sure he'll fire, because if he does, he'll probably just track the guy. Oh, lower plate. Yes, he thought that the lower plate was worth it, but unfortunately the shell dipped into the tracks instead. And now he spotted the Tiger 131 who stopped to try and take a shot at us. And unfortunately, I think that's going to be the end of the Tiger. Well, not the end, but it's certainly going to seriously damage him. Work out where to put the shell. Yes. Low roll, 648. But it's definitely a hit. And we can see that Jamie's now got 2,221 hit points. Keeps eyeing the Arty area. And I think this Tiger's about to die. Yeah, 452 hit points. Oh, now that's not good. We've just lost one of the tanks behind us, the Cavalier, and we bounced around from the T150. If we chase after the T150, there's a good chance the enemy Arty is going to have a go at us. And I can hear that rumble. Yeah, the Gorilla and the AMX, they're both focusing on us. Now, they only damaged our tracks, but it does show that they have dialed in on this position. You can see exactly where the shell landed. It's only a short distance from us. Now, he's dialing in the shot, firing blind. And we get stunned again by a near miss by the Gorilla. I think we're going to have to pay a visit to the Arty. Just to pay our compliments, of course, and shove a shell up their rear. Well, if you can't take a joke, you shouldn't have joined the game. I rather suspect that the AMX is probably going to be moving as fast as he can now to get the hell out. The Gorilla won't be moving very quickly because, of course, he hasn't got a very fast machine. In fact, the AMX is still aiming. It's the M10 that's trying to get out of dodge. And now we've got a G-Row. Okay, well, he's going to die. Nope, fired a snap. Wasn't fully dialed in. But he's going to wait for the reload. And here comes Dave. Dave's low on hit points now. He needs to be careful. He tried a quick derp. Didn't work. We have got the corner of the G-Row, but not much. Not really enough to work with. The G-Row can't see us either. So I suppose that's one benefit. Our teammates are coming in behind them. He fired that one into the tracks. There's another G-Row in a fair distance away. And he's just died. So now it's just 2 left. Oh, Dave just went down. Dave's gone. The Gorilla got him. And yep, well that's the loss of their tanks. Now it's just the Arty. And it's up to Jamie to get this kill. Dave is now resting. Oh, he's still trying. Good for him. He's still trying. Always like it. He's just told us where he is though as well. And he's trying to escape, but you can't escape because the hull on that thing is only a Panzer Achtung T. It's very slow, it's fairly heavy, and I think he's about to meet his maker. Bye-bye. And that is the end of the game. Well, that was another great game by Jamie2006 and another ace tanker. And again, it's not the first one he's had in this vehicle. He's had them before. He's also got a shell proof for blocking more damage than hit points to his own vehicle, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He actually ended up with 5, just one short of a Top Gun, and 1/3 of the enemy team, as well as a fire effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this game, he managed to get 5 exactly. But best of all, he did get a Battle Hero medal. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game, and that was quite good fun as well, because he did a win rate of 17,015 out of that game. Yes, Wargaming may have nerfed the HE, but it hasn't nerfed the armor piercing, and the armor piercing is still very interesting, although be it a little expensive, but it's a lot of fun because you can take the HE into just about any battle, but if you take the armor piercing one into a tier 8 game, you'd be surprised at the number of tier 8 tanks that go down to a tier 6 armor piercing round if it's fired by a KV-2. Anyway, let's have a look at the team score for this one. There you go, right at the top of the table, 3,837 hit points went to Jamie2006. Second highest damage in that game was the Gorilla on the enemy team. He put up a good fight at the end, but he was outnumbered and unfortunately he was surrounded, and so he couldn't avoid what happened next. 1,618. He was putting in some good shots to get hits on Jamie, but he failed. His name, Nunnut. That's quite good, actually. I rather like that. And in third place on damage is the AMX-13 S3AL. Yes, the enemy Arty, the other enemy Arty, was also doing some good business as well, with Dave getting 1457 in fourth place. So, yes, good platoon. When it came to kills, it was Jamie again with 5. 3 kills went to the box tank, and 2 kills went to Dave 333, the FV304 on their team, and to 2 members of the enemy team, the Gorilla and their M10 RBFM. And when it came to base XP, yep, he's got that one as well. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,411 went to Jamie, 730 went to Dave 333, and 709 went to the box tank. So Jamie was the only player to get over 1,000 base in the game. He fired 13 shots, 9 direct hits on the enemy, 8 penetrations, damage of 3,837 hit points, not all of it actually, 1,610 of which was at more than 300 meters. So he was doing some long range shooting in that game. He received 6 hits from the enemy, only 1 of which actually penetrated, 5 non-penetrations and 3 hits by way of splash from the enemy Arty. 1,005 hit points of damage blocked by armor, 5 enemy vehicles spotted, 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed, and 300 hit points of damage assistance. Now, he did use premium rounds, and that did cost him, so he actually ended up with a loss for the game of 11,245 credits, but he had a lot of fun. And he also picked up 3,174 experience points out of that one, and I'm sure, it was great fun for him and Dave to go round blasting away at the enemy, showing that KV-2s can still be effective. I hope you enjoyed both of those replays, the Super Conk game, and of course this one in the KV-2. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.